Hey guys, I'm Tim.
And I'm Dan.
Welcome to the Board Game Rundown. Today we're going to talk about some Kickstarters, a little bit of news, which is mostly COVID-19 because you can't get away from it, and then a little topic discussion that we will have. That might also involve being quarantined in your home. But getting away from that for a moment, the one Kickstarter that when this comes out probably will have just like 1 or 2 days left, Ruination by Colossal Games.
Yeah, I wrote it down and then I was like, well, Tim will talk about that one.
I will, because it's going to be the first Kickstarter in a while that I backed.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it funds. It's like 83% right now. So most of the time a Kickstarter either like funds in the first day or it doesn't. Mm-hmm. So I'm a little nervous, but I really want it to happen. It's territory control. It's got like a really cool post-apocalyptic theme. All kinds of stuff I like. Miniatures.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed for Ruination. Yeah. Now, before I go into anything else, do you have one you want to talk about so I don't steal yours?
Sure. The one thing with Ruination I wanted to say is, have you played Monumental, I think is what it's called?
No, I've seen Bob's copy. Bob brought it.
I played it with Bob. And okay. A lot of things, just from reading, obviously, the Kickstarter page, I haven't seen it played or anything. A lot of things were like, oh, that's kind of similar, It's
way different.
Okay. So,
Bob actually got to demo Ruination, and I saw some of it get demoed. I didn't get to play.
Sure. I wasn't saying it played similar or anything, but just the way the factions worked and the way the cards looked like they had when you play the card, you get an instant effect and then a lasting effect. Like a lot of those kind of things, I was like, oh, okay, just because I played Monumental recently, I was like, I understand.
Well, and that wouldn't necessarily be a dig, right? Because Monumental looks amazing.
No, not at all, Okay. The only other thing, honestly, was you see that, I think it's just called Starlight?
Okay, tell me about Starlight. That's a different one.
Well, I don't have too much on it. It's literally just this sci-fi. The thing that interested me a lot was that it's a 1 to 4 player campaign-driven game through an app. And, so you play together through this, space campaign, which honestly I purposely didn't read, so I can't tell you too much on it. Go read it yourself because I want it to be kind of a surprise if I find it playing it. But and then they say that once you finish the campaign, you can go back and play like raids together. So that reminds me of like a Destiny video game or World of Warcraft, like games where I've reached endgame, let's just go back and keep doing these interesting raids and fighting the bosses and blah blah blah. Nice. So that's interesting. Yeah, it's just that's all I really have. It still has 19 days, still a while to check it out, and it's just a cool looking game, pretty sci-fi campaign game with a bunch of cool looking spaceships. It caught my attention. Hey,
that's good. That was good enough.
I was like, hey, that's pretty.
Qualifies. Qualifies. The other one that I'm going to talk about then, actually I'll talk about two real quick. Mind Management.
No,
but it's Mind MGMT. So it's abbreviated, but it's Mind Management. Uh-huh. It's based on a graphic novel. So the artwork for the whole game is from the graphic novel. It's very stylized and kind of neat looking. Uh-huh. And then it involves one of my favorite mechanics, hidden movement.
Oh, okay.
So you are like an investigator. You're trying to go around and catch the recruiter, and these other people. So it's one versus many. Mm-hmm. And they do a really neat thing with this game, though. So as you're moving around the board, they've got these dry erase tiles. So you put something down, and then if I ask you a question, like you might have to tell me if you've been on that tile or a space that matches the symbol on that tile, even though there's multiple of those. Or you might have to tell me the turn you were on that tile.
Okay.
So you've got like a couple of different things you're trying to do. Sort of like, have you played Letters from Whitechapel or anything like that?
No.
Okay. So like Letters from Whitechapel, on your turn as an investigator, you can investigate to see if Jack the Ripper was in the spot next to you. And if he is there currently, you don't know. He will just say, yes, I have been there.
Yes, exactly.
So you have to say, I'm going to try to arrest you in this spot. Uh-huh. And then you get either yes or no. Like, yes, he's there, you win the game because you've arrested him, or no, he's not. So, like, that kind of mechanic, though, I really like. Like, oh, how long ago were you in this spot?
Yeah, sure.
It looked really neat. Dry erase bits, like so you can mark and change and do things like that. It seemed like kind of neat, like different components. Yeah. Really interesting. I don't remember if you were there at my house. Have you heard of or played Who Goes There?
Sounds familiar, but I don't know anything about it.
Okay, so are you aware of the movie The Thing?
Yeah,
John Carpenter's The Thing. Okay, so Who Goes There is based on or The Thing is based on the original novel, Who Goes There.
Okay.
So there is a board game, Who Goes There, with really awesome components that is basically like The Thing, but the book version. So it's different, and it's really flipping hard.
Okay.
Second edition is on Kickstarter right now.
Oh.
Second edition, and supposedly they've improved mechanics.
Okay.
So I had the deluxe edition, and it's so pretty and so nice. And we played it, and it was so hard. I mean, like, I died before the second round even started. Because of exposure. Like,
wow.
The thing attacked, there's exposure. Like, I was indoors, but the door got broken down, so I was still like, yeah, it was less than enjoyable as a game experience. I'm the kind of person then that I just hung out and talked with everybody else that had died until a couple of people had made it like 2 hours later to the end of the game.
Wow.
Still lost.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But, so I made the best of it. Like, I'm not the guy that sits and sulks, but I'm really interested to see what second edition changes brings to it, hopefully improves, but
and you have the actual, what's that game called, Outpost something, the actual theme.
Infection at Outpost 31.
So you have that, so that
I like that better.
Okay, interesting. So you'll have to see how the new one.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So we'll see what happens. Who Goes There? If anything, I would say, even if you're not interested in backing it, go and look at the stretch goals.
Sure.
Because there's like one, if they make like $100 million, which they won't, they will like go to Antarctica and like have a snowball fight and film it. Right.
Okay.
Like that. Or they will like fly people to their,
Yeah.
Stuff that will never happen.
Yeah.
But it's hilarious, right? Yeah. It's really fun. So anyways, Ruination, Mind Management, Who Goes There? Starlight. Those are our Kickstarters.
Those are the Kickstarters.
We're light on Kickstarter.
Yeah, it was slow, really. Like, I was looking at it, I was like, man, this is slow. I wonder, like, is this time, like I talked about recently, I never really did the Kickstarter thing, so I wonder, is this time of year just kind of slow for Kickstarter?
Yes and no. I also wonder, and this will go into news, right, if the current, like, COVID quarantine situation is affecting how board game companies want to do their releases.
Yeah, sure.
Because I know trade shows are being canceled. I am waiting to hear if like Origins and Geekway and Gen Con are going to get canceled. I know that there's one game company that's already announced that they're not going to Origins. Okay. Origins is waiting until May 1st. Now this could change, but the last email I got from Origins like last Wednesday said that May 1st they were going to make a definite hard yes or no decision.
Yeah, I remember that.
It could happen before then.
Okay.
Probably will happen before then. I probably, unfortunately, will be that it won't happen.
Oh no, he'll have to stay and play with us losers.
I was trying to get everybody to go to Origins with me.
Oh, whoops.
Loser. But, so it's going to be really interesting to see how these what conventions and trade shows are going to still happen.
Yeah, and Gen Con, that's like mid-fall.
End of July,
oh,
beginning
really? Is
of
it that
August.
early? Okay. Mm-hmm. I thought it was mid-fall, but yeah, okay. So I guess they do have to let us know pretty soon. I thought it was a little later. Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I already have my room for Origins booked.
Yeah.
And now I'm just waiting to unbook it.
Oh, that's sad, Tim.
I've never been to Origins. I was really looking forward to it. I go to Gen Con every year and I like work with a game company. I volunteer for a game company. They pay for my badge. I get to teach one of my favorite games like all day.
Cthulhu Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, I called it.
Yeah. I do. But they're really nice to me. They give me stuff. They give you, shirts and, little odds and ends and bits. And you get to hang out with game designers. And it's fun. I like it. So we'll see. I wait with bated breath to find out what happens. So a new thing we've been trying to do to keep sane since our game stores are limiting wisely the gatherings, our personal group that we are involved in, our Meeple Game Society. We have canceled our March event. We're canceling our April event. I mean, realistically, it's just we shouldn't do it just to be responsible, right?
Yeah, there I agreed with you. Let's move on.
That's terrible. It stinks. It stinks, right? But we got to make the best of a bad situation.
Yeah.
So, Dan.
Me.
While in quarantine, what board game related things are you doing, or just game related things are you doing to stay sane? Because I know you're a video gamer too.
Yeah,
you were first and foremost a video gamer.
I am. I was into the video game hobby long before the board game hobby. I have mostly switched to the board game hobby just because the video game hobby is stressful.
Sure.
You know, it's just more stressful, and also for a long time I was making YouTube videos and stuff like that, and so video game almost became like a job that I ran by myself. I was the only one working on it for a long time, and like doing all this stuff, and it was just like it became stressful. And so I found this hobby, and I found cool people in this hobby, and I was like, man, you can just sit down and like relax with friends. No one's yelling unless like you're with your family.
You mean you don't have an 8-year-old kid like telling like your mama jokes?
No, sorry. But yeah, so honestly, so far I'm still working a full-time job through all this just because of, you know, my type of job. So I haven't really had that much time to even do that much board gaming stuff. So I still stream on Twitch. You know, I play video games on that and stuff when I have the chance. So that's kind of what's helping me. And you know, I don't know. I have a couple games I want to get to the table. It just hasn't happened yet. So honestly, the way I've been staying sane is just the fact that I'm a very calm person. And while a lot of people are out there panicking about this, I'm just like, what can you do, man? It'll be okay.
There's
like,
right.
Just relax.
Well, like anything, right? Everything in moderation.
Yeah,
don't panic.
Exactly.
Have concern. Sure. That's reasonable.
You know, be careful. Wash your hands. Don't be a moron. But at the same time, like, don't buy 37 packages of toilet paper.
But do buy 37 copies of a board game you like.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
That would be a mistake, but one copy's okay.
Right. Well, or you could do what we did. We took cartographers, right? We printed out some sheets, some extra sheets of cartographers, drove over to our in-laws' house, put those sheets in their mailbox.
Yeah, with gloves. And
then went home. And tongs. Then went home and FaceTimed and played cartographers via FaceTime.
Great game for that. What's an even better game for that, though?
Just One.
There you go.
Yeah, we did Just One as well.
So
it worked out really well. So that's how we've been coping, is finding some games we can play where either maybe you and I both have the game and we can set up the board the same way and play. You know, live stream play, FaceTime play, whatever.
Let's get Battlestar Galactica to the table.
Oh, dude, you're a Cylon.
I am.
I'm calling it right now.
Care. I always play Gaius Baltar. I don't care.
But yeah, so I'm going to try to play Star Wars Rebellion this way. I'm actually like really excited to try that. But there's a ton of games where you can probably figure that out. If your friends have a copy of the game, you can both set up a board, manipulate it. You know, hey, I move these pieces over here. Okay, you know, does my board look same as your board? Boom, go.
Yeah.
There's games like Cartographers and Just One. We played Welcome To also.
Yeah, sure.
So we played a couple rounds of that. So there's a ton of games that you can still play, or hell, just play like solo games, right?
Yeah, what's that? Solo game, Dead by Daylight? That's a solo game.
Well, that's a video game, but it's fun. It's fun.
Yeah.
No, this is where you go through all your board games you got, and you find all the solo modes.
That's true. I have yet to play any of the solo modes in any of my games.
I've played a bunch.
I should learn.
I even went out. I bought specifically a solo game.
Oh yeah, for this
deal with this crisis.
Yeah.
It's called 4 Against Darkness, and it is essentially like a one-player D&D game. So you're running a party. And it's almost like a choose-your-own-adventure kind of book. And you're gridding out the map. Like, I printed out grid paper, and you need dice, and I haven't started it yet, but...
I know there's one out there because I've seen people playing it, but I want, like, a quick little... I know it's out there with dice and stuff, but it's like, you know, the video game Faster Than Light, FTL, or whatever. Nope. But I know there's a board game that's, like, similar to that. That's a little solo thing. I mean, the whole thing of Faster Than Light is just you have your ship, and then you just... warp to the next zone and you have to deal with like crises and make sure your ship's okay, and then warp to the next zone and you just try to get all the way to the end of the game without dying. Like that's the whole thing. But I know there's a similar idea where you have this ship and people and you have to mark with pencil what they're doing and blah blah blah. So that'd be interesting. I'd like that idea for solo, you know.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. You just everyone's different.
Solo modes.
Find out what makes you happy.
Okay, so here. I'm going to throw something at you then. Because I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about this. If you're quarantined, what 3 games are you going to bring with you? You can only have 3 games in your house, and it's going. So in your house specifically means you are quarantined then with your wife. So you're not going to have like, your fun gamer buddies
lives with you.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, your wife plays games.
Man,
so what?
That actually hurt a lot because I was going to say, oh well, just one's the first one, but that's really hard with just 2 people.
Right. We cancel each other.
I could get the dogs in,
and I know the word. Right.
Like, buddy, that's not even a word.
Woof. It's not. I said 1 to 5.
You say that every time.
You're supposed to pick a number.
It's so stupid.
So what 3 games would you take with you with your current situation?
I was not prepared for this question.
Yeah, right. So I'll give you at least. So for me, my household would be my wife, my 8-year-old daughter. I've got a 3-year-old, but I'm not letting him near the games unless we're playing like animal upon animal, like a Hava game.
Sure.
And then that's it, right? So me, my 8-year-old, and my wife. So she really likes playing like King of Tokyo or King of New York.
Sure.
So either one of those would be on that list for me. Nothing?
See, the problem is I honestly don't own very many 2-player games in general.
But let's just say you could pick any game.
Oh,
it doesn't have to be
I thought
just
you said
games
from your
own.
collection. What 3 games are you keeping?
Oh, well, sorry. I meant like if
Tim,
you
my
own,
collection's a lot smaller than yours.
If you own every game in the world, like Bob.
Okay. What 2-player games have we really liked? I honestly don't even know. Like, is Dice Forge 2 players?
Yeah,
she liked
absolutely.
that a lot.
So there you go, Dice Forge.
That might jump up.
And
there.
that's something you could play because you'd be locked in your house for 14 days. So you could play that multiple times over 14 days.
Yeah, I'd get really good at making the perfect die. I'll tell you what.
I would hope so. I would hope so. I would probably somehow get worse.
Sure. Tim, you didn't change your die the whole game.
Why not? What is the other game? There's a game my daughter's been crazy about. Llama.
Oh yeah, sure. Okay.
Llama. Have you played Llama?
No, I've seen it a lot.
Oh my gosh. It's very simple, but it's a ton of fun. You're just playing cards. So we would have to have Llama and King of Tokyo, and then I'm going to pick one that's either just for me or for my wife and I to play. She only plays so many games with the 8-year-old because she gets bored after about 20 minutes and then wants to go do other things. So like maybe like Wingspan or Viticulture, something like that.
Okay.
Lords of Waterdeep.
I was gonna say maybe Lords of Waterdeep would be though, because that's 2 players, so that might be another one for me. That's
sure.
Just, it always has a good time.
It plays well, right?
Yeah. So
plays well. So you've got 2 games.
Yeah, Dice Forge, Lords of Waterdeep, and honestly, I want a heavier one.
Yeah.
So I just don't know like the best 2-player heavy game I know that I have. Once again, I know I could pick any game in the world, but like I really like Robinson Crusoe. I just don't want to set it up.
Oh,
you know.
Good
Here's the
news.
thing, though. If
you have time.
Yeah, well, if you're in quarantine, you only have to set it up once, and then it just stays there forever.
It just stays there for 2 weeks.
But yeah, I like that game a lot. And with 2 players, it's cool too, having Friday and all that stuff in the game.
That game's still really hard.
It's still really hard.
You might actually beat it.
I've probably played it 10 times, maybe 11 times. Around that area. I think I've beat it twice.
Really? I played it like 4 times and never even got close.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to get that percentage higher, the more times you play.
Right. But then the percentage gets lower.
Yeah, exactly, because then you get tired of trying.
Because that's how math works.
Sure.
So yeah, no, it's really tough. Other really good games would be like Marvel Legendary.
Sure.
Because
that's a good one.
Let's just say you had everything for Legendary. I don't. I have a ton of stuff for Legendary. You've got a zillion replayability options.
Yeah, that's actually a good one. I have Sentinels of Multiverse. Yeah, that's actually a really good pick.
That's a good one.
It's a bit finicky, but with only 2 people, it's very manageable.
Yep. And then that's a good one, right? And you can play that a bunch. It's got a lot of replay value because you can always change up the character combinations and the villains.
Guys. Yeah, exactly.
Yes, and Legendary is kind of similar to that.
Yeah.
You got a ton of options. So there's some games with some really good replayability because that's the thing. While you're stuck for 14 days in your house, and also Legendary, you can play solo.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you can with Sentinels too.
Oh yeah, you can definitely play Sentinels solo. You might play two-handed.
I think you have to play two-handed.
That's fine.
Right. I don't usually love that, but Sentinels is so fun.
Sentinels is fun.
Maybe.
Who's your go-to Sentinels character?
Man, I have to think. Who did I play as last? God, that's a good question. I think the most fun, just thematically, is the Flash character. Can't think of her name right now.
Oh, yeah.
She is so thematic because you go through your deck like 3 times as fast as everyone else because you're so fast. I love that. So thematic. I really liked. God, I actually had his name for a second because now I like the game so much, can't think of their names. Tempest. I like Tempest a lot.
Tempest is cool.
Yeah, I liked him a lot.
He's like the Aquaman.
Yeah, exactly. He's that tentacle Jedi guy,
right?
But if he was also Aquaman. And Thor,
kinda,
yeah,
kinda. Who's the main guy? The main Superman.
Superhero. Yeah, the main Superman guy. Man,
he's really good.
He's almost too good.
I have to have him in every combination.
If you're playing with a group of people,
and then it's not Sub-Zero, but it's.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I like that guy.
It's not even like Sub-Zero. It's like a ripoff of like Captain Cold or something.
He's more like
that, right?
Iron Man if Iron Man only manipulated hot and cold.
Sure.
I like him a lot because there's a lot of like you deal damage to yourself.
I haven't played him yet. My brother played him, but yeah, he has very deep mechanics as opposed to some other people. So that's the thing that people.
Yeah, you've really got to kind of set him up. Ra is really cool too. Is it Ra?
Ra's just the burst damage. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, dude, play Sentinels, people. No one knows about it. It's so good. 5 out of 5. Now we don't have to make that video.
We still should though.
Yeah,
I've got the Oblivion box.
Yeah, I'm not that cool.
I don't have everything for it.
I think Bob does.
But I don't. I'm missing like a bunch of like the little mini expansions. But I have all the big box expansions.
But genuinely, like if you have more than like 3 people in your household, like if you have at least 4 people in your household, I think the number one game everyone should get is Just One. It is insanely fun. It is super simple. It passes time like crazy. The amount of times where I'm like we're all tired at like 2 a.m. after a game night, and it's like, okay, let's pull out Just One for a little bit. Let's like end on a nice note, and then 2 more hours pass, and it's just like crap.
So I have never ever kept score while playing Just One.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well, no.
I don't even know how you keep score.
I've never done it competitively. Because you're supposed to play competitively, evidently. Like, the actual rule is competitive, and then there's like a variant for co-op, I think, which is ridiculous to me. It's kind of like Concept, right? Has anyone ever kept score during Concept? Like, I've never even pulled the light bulbs out of the box.
Oh, sure. No, it's Just One. We just kind of play until we're done.
Yeah, exactly. Well, what I will do is, like, I'll make 2 piles of the ones we've gotten right and the ones we've gotten wrong.
Oh, okay.
So, like, you know, if I got it right, I'll make a pile. And then at the end of the game, it's just like, oh, we got this many right this time. We did better than last time. You know, like, that's what I do. That's like keeping score, I guess.
I'm going to start doing that.
Yeah.
Because that's a very easy way to just kind of go back and forth.
I'll just, like, put the loser's face down and the winner's face up next to each other and count.
That's not bad.
It's just such a good game.
Yeah, what's on the shelf that's really good?
Good point.
Godfather's really good.
Really?
Yes. It's territory control. Whether or not you are familiar with the theme, like, that's the only bad thing about this game is that people can be put off by the theme.
Sure.
Like, I've never seen the movie or I don't like it. Like, no. This is a really good territory set collection. There's Dice Forge. Viticulture. We'll always play Viticulture. I'm horrible at photosynthesis.
I was about to point out, that's actually a really funny one, because guess what? During quarantine, you can't go outside. Bring the trees inside. It's actually a good strategy game, yeah.
It really is. I've never played Alhambra. We've got Ascension over here. I absolutely love Ascension, but I love deck builders.
Sure.
So, full disclosure.
Yeah, any deck builder, right?
But yeah, man, I would say get on BGG, look at your games, see if they've got solo modes in case you have to play solo. As of right now, in some locations, game stores are still open. Mm-hmm. If you're really worried, I bet you if you call, they'll run the game out to you. You know what I mean? A lot of places you can pay ahead of time and they'll bring it out to your car, man. It's worth it. It's better than being bored.
Yeah.
Or just always watching Netflix, right?
That's my secret. I'm always bored.
Oh, no. Now he's going to turn into the Incredible Bulk? I don't know.
No, it wasn't good. I was hoping that was going to be a really good pun. I was like, oh, Tim, you're so smart.
Yeah, I went ahead and subverted expectations there.
No, you lived up to expectations.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, man, we're under quarantine, right? I mean, everybody, we basically snuck out of the house. We both, because of our jobs, working different jobs.
To be out all the time anyway.
We're out all the time. My job would be considered emergency services, as would yours right now, right? So we have to kind of go out in the public and work. And then when we come home, we try to be responsible and safe, just like anybody else.
Yeah.
But I definitely also am going to be trying to do a bunch of FaceTime for some board games.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what else are we going to do?
Exactly. Got to play games. You got to get me on FaceTime, and then I got to get you on PlayStation. And then everything will be good.
We'll be good, man. We'll be good. So we're going to figure out some games. Actually, we'll just get you in on our next game of Just One when we're playing.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that will be 4 households, because we have like 3 different households. in our Just One game and our cartographers
so
and Roll
funny.
For
I
It.
love it.
And all you need is the sheets. For like Roll For It and cartographers, all you need is sheets, and you can print those out.
Yeah, you can just print them. Yeah, I got a printer.
You got a printer, you're in, man.
Yep.
You're in. So, I mean, without going into too much other stuff, that's kind of what we got, man. It's just be safe, be responsible.
And be calm.
Be calm.
Not enough people are saying that, I think. Like, yes, you need to be safe, but guys, all we're doing is proving how horribly the human race handles a crisis right now. With, like, everyone freaking out and treating each other like garbage. We are better than that as humans, guys. We are better than what we are showing right now. And I have faith. Things are going to get worse before they get better. But you can either die a hero or live long. No, wait.
Wait a minute. I don't know.
Yeah.
You were going like a whole...
sorry. That copyrighted speech. Never mind.
Right.
But no, seriously, just be nice to people in this time. You know, you don't have to look at everyone like they're horrible people,
or they're stealing your toilet paper,
or that. Yeah. That's all. That's my 2 cents. Be nice. Be calm.
Yep. Be kind. Be kind to everybody. Play some games. Spend time with your family. And you're in.
Well, you have to.
And right, whether you want to or not. And if you live alone, man, FaceTime. What is
FaceTime,
it? There's
Skype,
like
Discord.
Skype, Discord. Oh, there's a ton. There's
all
a
free,
ton.
all with facial. You know, so you can actually talk to each other, see each other while you're playing.
Or you do what I do and make it face like the game box, so I don't have to look at my mug the whole time.
Sure.
So you know.
Yeah.
There's ways. There's ways.
Plenty of ways.
But thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully we've helped you a little bit. Until we are completely locked down, we intend to keep coming out and providing content.
Yep.
So please subscribe, like, follow, do all the things, right?
Ding, ding.
Ding the bell.
Yeah.
And find us on Facebook. We're around.
Yeah.
So-
Facebook. BGG.
BGG.
We're big.
Meeple Game Society. Look us up, man. We're always there. We're talking. We're organizing stuff.
Yeah. Canceling stuff.
Canceling stuff.
Currently.
Oh, speaking of which, well, you talked about this earlier, but there's also people in that group looking to run like role-playing games online and things like that. So, I mean, there's a ton of things you can do and not feel like you're stuck at home.
Exactly. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay to be stuck sometimes. You got to escape and then anti-escape and get on FaceTime.
Just
with friends.
pretend like there's 8 feet of snow outside.
Yeah, exactly. We've had this before.
Easier
it's just
to
it's going to
drive.
last a little bit longer.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Yeah, it's fine. It's all fine. Thank you for sticking it out.
I've been Tim.
I'm Dan.
Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw,
If you want to see us make more content like this,
please hit that thumbs up.
go ahead and subscribe.
Give us a share on social media.
Remember to ring that little bell, it really helps.
Be sure to check out our unboxing videos
Don't forget we have reviews.
and also the news show.
Thanks for watching the Board Game Rundown.